are back here at Hogue Foothill Ranch. My name is Mona Cabrera and I'm the registered dietitian of the Lifestyle Program. Thank you all again for joining me here on this gorgeous Wednesday. It is sunny, it's warm, I got the sun shining, and it is almost Christmas. If you are new to our channel here at Hogue Health, please hit the subscription button below. That way you'll get notifications when we're coming on live. We have things in this room Monday through Friday, from these cooking demonstrations to nutrition topics to an exercise class. And there's all types of classes and for all fitness levels. So please subscribe so you can check all those things out. And if you have any friends that may want to also see what we're doing here at Hogue Foothill Ranch, please share our channel with them. So, is everyone busy baking? I mean, I can't believe it's already Christmas next week. I don't know where the year went, but we are in the hustle and bustle of baking, I'm sure. So today I wanted to bring a really easy treat to you. It is something you can bake for your neighbors or for your boss or for having the kids in the kitchen and baking it for themselves. And actually it's a no-bake dessert, which is perfect because it's super quick and you don't need too many ingredients. You might already have these at home. So we are going to be making the Gingerbread Rice Krispie treats. So they're gingerbread, so they have all those spices, the cloves, cinnamon, ginger. What else does it have? Allspice, vanilla, a little bit of, I said ginger, a tab of, just a pinch of salt. What else do we have here? Yeah, that's it. So, all those gingerbread spices. So if you're not baking gingerbread, you can quickly put this together and have a gingerbread dessert. I love all those spices. It just really reminds me of Christmas. And always having a gingerbread house around, and my mom baking fresh gingerbread houses for us. So I love the gingerbread, all those spices. So let's see, you do need for this recipe some Rice Krispie treats. It must be really popular because it was really hard to find Rice Krispies in the grocery store. But I did find this off-brand, so we're going to use that. Gluten-free for all those celiacs out there, and if you are following a gluten-free diet, this will be perfect. We are not using marshmallows, so there's no refined sugars in here. We are going to be using cashew butter. So cashew butter is going to hold it together with some honey. If you like a little bit of molasses, if you like that flavor, you can put in a couple tablespoons instead of some of the honey, but I'm just using honey today. So cashew butter. If you have any allergies to nuts, you can use your sunflower butter. I don't recommend the peanut butter just because peanut butter has such a strong flavor, so it does will overpower the gingerbread flavor. So the cashew butter really is a very dull flavor, so that's why it really works well in this recipe. So I'm just going to be making half of the recipe today, just for the sake of the show, but I'll be posting the complete recipe. The complete recipe does make 12 bars, and let's get started. If you have any questions, I can see them on my phone, and you can put them in the live chat. Thanks for joining. I see you guys here, and if you want to tell me where you're watching from, that would be nice. Like to see where all our followers and viewers are tuning in from. So I'm just gonna warm our little pot here. We do need a little pot. I'm gonna start warming it up. But what you do use for this recipe is you can use like a 9x9 with some parchment paper to put the Rice Krispies on there so it doesn't stick. But the first thing is we're going to take 4 cups of Rice Krispies. It does use 4 cups. I'm going to be using 2 cups. Yes, I will be posting the recipe in about an hour. So 2 cups. This is a huge 2-cup serving size. So we just need, the recipe does call for 4 cups. I'm just making a half. Okay. Okay, so we got that. We'll just put that aside. That's 4 cups. I'm just using 2 cups. I'm doing half. So we're gonna warm this pot up, and this is where we put the honey and the cashew butter. And you just warm it up a little bit. So the full recipe calls for a cup of cashew butter. I'm going to be using half a cup. And let's see, this is our half a cup right here. Okay, so you just wanna make sure, you know, it always has the oil on top, the oil separates. When you buy your nut butters, you just wanna make sure you're buying a nut butter that is just natural. It's just the nut, maybe salt. This one is without salt, so I'm gonna add a pinch of salt in the recipe. If your cashew butter has salt, you don't need to add the salt in the recipe. Try to look at the ingredients when you buy them. Otherwise, you end up with a nut butter that has palm oil and sugars added. And so the palm oil is just a oil that causes inflammation. And we got some good healthy oils right here naturally in the nuts. So we don't need any palm oil added. So this is ready. I'm just gonna measure out half a cup here and add it to this pot. Little pot here is warmed up. So I'm just gonna mix it with the honey until it starts simmering. It just takes about a minute. So half a cup of cashew butter. You wanna make sure you're using enough so the Rice Krispies are coated in this mixture, otherwise they don't stick together, right? Wow, you are in Mexico City tuning in into Foothill Ranch. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, and welcome. You must be on a holiday or do you live there? You got a viewer. Thank you for letting me know where you guys are all tuning in from. Okay, so make sure you have enough. I'm gonna put in a tad because it wasn't filled to the top. Okay, so that's our cashew butter. Onto the honey. So we need a 1/3 cup honey. So 1/3 cup honey. I'm gonna use this one and finish it out. So if you have molasses at home, you can put a tablespoon or 2 if you like that molasses taste, or just use all honey. And so we're gonna do that here. Could open the top and it would be quicker, right? So we could do that. There we go. Okay. Let's just finish this one. Okay, 1/3 cup honey. We're gonna add it to the cashew butter. And we just mix this mixture until it starts simmering, and then we'll take it off, okay? Let's just, okay. So you can use a 9x9 Pyrex and put some parsnip paper, and that's where you're gonna lay it, and use that for your bars. So we just want to mix this well, get out as much of the honey as you can. And this has a little bit of cashew butter in there still, so I'm going to see if I can get it out. We need every bit of that. Okay, so it's going to start simmering, and then I'm going to take it off. And then we'll add our spices. So I got a little bowl here. We're going to do our spices. We got, for the whole recipe, 1 teaspoon vanilla. For the whole recipe, half a teaspoon allspice, half a teaspoon nutmeg and cloves, and 1 teaspoon ginger and 1 teaspoon cinnamon. I like a lot of spice. So ginger, I'm going to measure out a half for this recipe. Got our half a teaspoon here. This is almost finished too. We use a lot of ginger. Okay, and then allspice. Allspice. I'm just gonna put a 1/4 teaspoon because I'm doing half the recipe. So you need, for the full recipe, half a teaspoon. Nutmeg, half a teaspoon for the recipe. I'm just gonna do a 1/4 right now. Beaumont, and you're watching from the OC, my local. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Beaumont, California, how's the weather out there? Yesterday we had some crazy rain, right, in California. I'm glad it's sunny and a little bit warmer. It's still chilly, but the sun feels great. Okay, so now we're to the cloves. Okay, full recipe, half a teaspoon. I'm doing a 1/4 right here. Those cloves smell so good. Ooh, it's like, reminds me of my candles at home. I just love the Christmas smell. Are you guys with me on that? The Christmas has just the best smells. I love the holidays. So we got everything in there. Ginger, cinnamon, and we just mix it in the bowl. And now we're gonna add it to our cashew. And then we're gonna mix it in our cereal and we'll be set. Look how fast this is. The kids love making this and they love eating it, right? So make sure you make a batch or 2. And all the neighbors love it. Because it's definitely lower in sugar than anything else you're gonna be getting this holiday, right? So definitely lower in sugar, lots of healthy fats from our cashew butter, and gluten-free for those that need gluten-free. Nothing too rich in here. I know I got some peanut butter blossoms the other day. Wow, those were amazing, but on the rich side, right? Lots of butter and all that stuff that goes in all the amazing Christmas cookies. That's why I'm really bringing a healthier option today, because we need those. Okay, so we are gonna mix it now with our Rice Krispies. Okay, and hopefully we got enough to coat it. It sticks. Oh, we forgot to add the spices. Whoops. So I'm just gonna add them now. So you're gonna add the spices here to your cashew butter before you put in here. Totally forgot. That's okay. It'll mix in just perfectly. Let me put this here. Get all my spices out of here. Okay. So now you just mix it. Let's turn that off. Let's get all this cashew butter out. If you have any questions, just let me know. These make really great gifts for like people at work, neighbors like I mentioned, and just an easy, quick, doesn't take a lot of time because I know we're so busy right now, and Christmas cookies just take a lot of patience and time. And if you're like me, working and busy and doing all that holiday stuff, I really don't have time to make those type of, cookies. So I gotta do things that are quick. Okay, so we gotta make sure everything's coated. And if you use too much cashew, then you would just add in a little bit more cereal, but it needs it to stick. And now we're gonna make it flat on our dish. And then when you make it, after you make it flat, it goes in the refrigerator for about an hour, and then it's hard enough to where you can cut it. But you definitely wanna make sure you put it in the refrigerator for an hour. Okay, let me get our So you could use the Pyrex, like a 9x9 with some parchment paper. I just brought this because this is what I have here. I have just the foil paper. I did put some spray on it so it wouldn't stick. But use your parchment paper. It is the easiest non-stick paper you can use in the kitchen, right? Okay, so now you just lay it on here as flat as you know, lay them down. It's not sticky like marshmallows. I remember we used to always make the marshmallow Rice Krispies and it would be so sticky and you would lick your fingers a lot, right? As a kid. Okay, so you're gonna have a lot more. I just did half the recipe and I encourage you to double the recipe because you're gonna love it, you're gonna wanna give it away, the kids are gonna wanna eat it. So we had enough cashew butter, it's all sticking together here. Now, what did that take? Maybe 10 minutes at the most? And there's no cleanup really, just a few little things, right? Not like when you're making those cookies, the whole kitchen and the house is filled with flour. So, this is super easy. Okay, so I'm just smashing it down just a little bit. But you can see, you just do that a little bit and it's ready to go in the refrigerator. Look at that. I wish you could smell the spices. Let me show you up close. Okay, so this was just half the recipe. So the whole thing would be covered here for the entire recipe. So when it comes out of the refrigerator, it will be hard and you can cut it. Let me show you one that has been in the refrigerator. Ooh, I did not bring the knife. Okay, so this is, I did it on parchment paper. Can you see that? Let's see, let's move that. So this is basically, got a little one viewing, hi. So then you would just cut it up. Can you see this? You would take your knife and then you would just make squares here, or bars. And it should turn out to 12 bars, okay? So super easy. If you guys have any questions, I wanted to cut this up, but I did not bring a knife in here. Let's see if I can cut off a piece with a fork. Can you see that? I'm gonna taste it. There we go. A few Rice Krispies are falling apart. That's why you have to make sure you have enough. Whoops! You have to have enough. The sun is bright there. You have to have enough cashew butter to hold it together. Okay, so that is about it. That is the Gingerbread Rice Krispie treats. Gluten-free, no processed sugars. We just got our honey in there. And super easy. Let's taste this. Very delicious. And if you like it spicier, add more spices in there. Can you see that? I'm so sorry, the sun is so bright in here. I'm thankful for the sun because we didn't have anything like that yesterday with the storm. These are very gingerbread-like. Great crunch and super delicious and not overwhelmingly sweet like our typical Rice Krispies are and Christmas cookies. And that's why I really enjoy them because it doesn't have too much sugar, not too rich, right? Okay, so let's go over the recipe really quick. The full recipe has 4 cups of Rice Krispies. It has ½ a cup of honey, And we mix that in our pan here. And then we added our spices. So we had nutmeg, allspice, and cloves, all half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then the ginger, 1 teaspoon as well. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, and that's it. So after you mix the spices together, mix it with your cashew butter and honey mixture, and then you mix it with your 4 cups of cereal, and voila. So the one we just made now is going to go in the refrigerator for an hour, and then it's going to be done. So you can see it's really quick if you need something in a pinch, and you might already have all these ingredients at home, right? Super easy. You guys have any questions? Thank you for letting me know where you're watching from. We got somebody all the way in Mexico City, where I've never been to Mexico City. I've been to Mexico many times, but not Mexico City. I'd love to go there, for sure. So, do you guys have any questions before we wrap it up? No questions. So I will be back next week. Every Wednesday is a healthy, easy cooking demonstration. It's Christmas related, and right now I cannot remember what we're making next week. But everything's always really simple, easy, fast in the kitchen, because I know we're all really busy, especially in December, where we don't have time to be cooking and meal planning, but we still want to do it, and we still get it done with easy, simple recipes. And then in January, some really fun recipes are coming. And if there's anything you want me to make here, let me know. Maybe I can put that on our schedule, our rotation here at Hogue Health out in Foothill Ranch. Okay, I don't see any more questions. I'm gonna finish up this bar right here. I wish you guys could all taste this. Delicious. I will see you guys all next week, next Wednesday. You guys have a great weekend. It's coming up, and hopefully you make this recipe. If you do, come back to the video and let me know how it turned out for you. Thanks again for always watching here at Hogue Health Foothill Ranch. My name is Mona Cabrera. Thank you.